In fact, here's the answer straight away. Colin Miller.
First change for Stephen Waugh this morning. Colin Miller is going to bowl now. It'll be interesting to see what form of delivery he uses early on with this new ball. He bowled with the new ball, of course, at Eden Park on a spinning pitch. 13 matches, 27.59. The big hint I get as to how he's going to bowl first up is the fact that Gilchrist is up behind the stumps. We've got a slip and a gully in place. And this is how he got rid of Stephen Fleming in the first innings of the first test. Just got a little bit lazy and wandered past one, just enough for Gilchrist to come into play. It was a good stumping. Now Stephen Waugh will have banked on the theory that he may have a little feeling about Colin Miller. Stephen Fleming might just be a little worried about him. Plays the quicks pretty well, but playing the spinners early in his innings when perhaps you least expect to do so. It's quite an interesting ploy indeed. Man at shortish cover, that's the captain himself, a short leg and 2 catches on the offside. This was the second innings at Eden Park. Same bowler, same fielder, great catch. So 2 out of 2 for Miller versus Fleming. One of the other reasons why Stephen Waugh has gone with him.
Very good positive move here from Steve Waugh, bringing Miller in so early against Stephen Fleming. A lot of cricket is about the psychological aspect of the game. Skills are paramount, obviously, the batting, bowling and fielding skills, but what goes on inside that head as well is huge. This will be a big test for Stephen Fleming.
Oh! That did turn, not as much as Eden Park, but enough to warrant continuation of Miller to the left-hander in particular. Just straightens, doesn't it? And it bounces a wee bit. The other thing that Stephen Waugh can bank on is that Miller won't give away cheap runs. He's got New Zealand where he wants them, 17 for 2. He doesn't want to give them a cheap 20 or 30 runs to try and get some of that pressure away before lunch. Miller bowled beautifully in Auckland. He bowled so tightly. The captain has absolutely no doubt that he can trust him even this early in this test match.
Single to Fleming, tucking Miller back with a square. I'm sure that he will do a defensive job here for Steve Waugh and exploit whatever is in the wicket.
Well, I don't think I've seen this too often. He's now going to bowl medium pace off a considerably longer run-up, Colin Miller, with the right-hander on strike. Finish off this over. Now this is quite incredible, isn't it? He's gone from off spin to medium pace in the middle of an over of a test match, his first over. And very straight indeed, and he's given him, well, the move has worked. Incredible cricket from the Australians. 5 overs of off spinners to the left-hander, 1 seam-up delivery, it's on target, and Sinclair goes. Amazing stuff.
Well, I'm struggling for words, I really am. 5 balls of off-spin to the left-hander. And then he reverts to seam up, and Matthew Sinclair, he's given out by Riaz, the Pakistani umpire. Certainly looked at Jason. Matthew Sinclair, he's on his way for 4. New Zealand right in the hole, 18 for 3.
Talk about so much in the mind, Gavin, about test cricket. Well, I don't think for 1 second Matthew Sinclair, having watched 5 overs of off-spinners, would have been expecting that Miller would go back off his long run and bowl seam up to him. And he played it that way.
Absolutely and totally outthought, outplayed. Miller was adamant. It was pretty close indeed. Umpire Riaz sent him on his way.
I said 5 overs of off-spin. I meant 5 deliveries. It was brilliant thinking. Obviously a plan that the Australians had worked on, just the element of surprise.